like a philosopher born of a warrior in a Colosseum war, trying to convince a senator that empire's on course for nothing more. So damn you in God's names, I'll refrain. Furred up on furlough, I'll row my own boat until I find a foreign shores to get around with flailing oars, never go where they're sailing towards. Pirates failing to board, so many sirens sing songs of concern, but I already rid myself of being adored, adorned with hardened armor. I'm turbulent at best between intervals of fervent, treading too softly to serve the serpents, but stomping grounds to gather the abhorring hordes. Not sure about those absorbing lures and regurgitating them evermore, looking for the lever to the door route, but its function only pulls the floor. So many go absent in this labyrinth like patents that alleviate madness. Devious to deviate from coal converting to amperage, with sunken pride soothing to the savage. Status quo damage to super villain origins. Most of them actors with performances only good for rotten cabbages thrown. Convinced they control a throne, but let a shot ring out, watch them go prone. To the throes I was thrown. But even in the face of certain death, I pose my posture up. Talk is just exhaust. I want to see what strength you can foster up. To see what lengths I'll go to toss your bluff. I only gamble on my hands with no cards. Those who meander and study reactions deserve no regards. What I don't see, I at least gander. Most are bystanders, the ghosts of the average. I invoke cerebral spasm, create wrinkles on a blank canvas. Just think that I have managed and not mastered. I feel here to test you. Who invested what you looted until the paper fell in your hands is suit, ashes to fashions, dust beneath the cuffs. I am the missing recruit, insisting on a reboot. This will take more than 10 seconds. This is reckoning with advanced weaponry. Leave the bodies where they lay, nobody's on page with mass graves. And here I am at fisticuff. My pugilism is enough for these putrid punks. You cannot fake the funk as I cannot thrust hard enough to give a fuck. Do not mistake me for apathetic, as fate leads me on a path of ascendance. If God's gifts were drawn out in X's and O's, man, I still wouldn't get it, never quell my quirks. So I trust my intrinsic use of instinct will ring distinctly as my words, allowing passage through the pearly gates. Must think I'm talking nuts like the squirrel debates. Impossible to praise my creator because light minds cannot follow the design. Probable that I'm destined to change this despite how I'm inclined to keep an eye on patterns. Even though they tatter over time, waves exist within static, nothing is random. So I'm riding through tandem with what glued consciousness into man, so can I conceive the extra-dimensional fandom. But something must come from something else. I pray you understand you are not capable to fathom creation if you perceive nothing else. But they question my degradation and mental health. I'll take what is unexplained elevation for 1,000. What is the mustard seed that reveals a mountain? I feel correct when no response from Shrek and no crowd, merely a metaphor to explore the nature of how energy ceaselessly compounds when nothing but darkness surrounds. Our kind increasingly found in a vacuum of space that could be displaced by cosmic rays, will we remain? This must be a universal lottery win. If this is void of intervention, in the end, will we even obtain honorable mention? Depends. If life is in contention and we listen and respond, a frog upon the lily pad cannot abscond from the pond. And so I hop on. I'm forging my own destiny. Cannot follow the paved roads left for me. As I logically unpeel my psyche's layers of propaganda, will my mentality conserve the stamina to manage pandemonium? Obliging men pandering on a podium is as healthy as a high concentration of sodium. Either way, it's what your heart's corroding from, so I chose to stay remote. I cannot intervene. I awoke from this fever dream, while some eyes have been asleep so long the crust seals the seams. Damn it, man, I'm an optimist, not an optometrist. Cannot remove the tumors, also not an oncologist, but I do know empty promises as soon as they hit my ears. Forget living with fears, I know with each moment death nears, so I enjoy them. Go ahead and deploy, Grim. A scythe and a leer will never unravel what I've come to do here. My goals remain clear, teach love and forgiveness. We all end up in a night that's endless. I focus on shedding my own pretenses. I'm not embedding my interests. People peer through separate lenses. My mind's eye combines with sight like a kaleidoscope. I cannot remain a misanthrope, but it's hard to break the habit of keeping folks at a distance though. When it's not persistent growth, it enters entropy, so I egregiously forgive you for gaining enemies. Intimately explore instead of ignoring remaining energies. Shuffle my words to come to terms with the firmament. Don't claim them as my own. I know in my soul that they're heaven sent. Eternity permeating to me that we are not permanent, nor is there a need to be. Some believe I speak facetiously, well yes on occasion, but only when ignorance is abundantly abrasive, as if change is something to stave off. When redundancy races, all is lost.